We often talk about the importance of investing your money in order to build wealth. But there is one thing that is even more important if you want a better financial future: getting rid of bad debt. The average American household has $6,473 in credit card debt, and the average American has $37,574 in student loan debt. Bad debt can be like an anchor, holding us back from reaching our true potential, as it eats away at our hard-earned money. But here's the good news. By harnessing the power of strategic debt repayment, you can break free from these chains and catapult yourself towards a better financial future. And we're going to give you the tools you need in 5 simple steps. This is investing in a nutshell. Before we go through all the steps to get rid of bad debt, let's define bad debt. We are of course not talking about your mortgage for your house or a rental apartment, or any other kinds of loans you have that generates more money than it costs. Bad debt is debt without any underlying value that drags down your financial situation, usually with high interest rates. The most common source of bad debt is credit card debt, and with interest rates in the 20 to 30% range, it can be a killer to your financial health. Debt with that kind of interest rate can quickly grow out of control, but if you follow these 5 steps, you can take control before it's too late. Step 1. Get an overview. The first thing you need to do in order to become free of bad debt is to organize your debt. Having debt that keeps growing each and every month can cause a lot of stress. It's easy to simply close your eyes when using your credit cards, pushing the problem ahead of you. Start by making a list of every source of bad debt you owe, with the amount of your debt and the interest rate for each of them. This can feel overwhelming when you put everything on a paper and get aware of your entire situation. But remember that today is the worst your situation will ever be. And from this day forward, you will be improving your financial situation step by step. Step 2. Track your spending. The second thing you need to do is to start tracking your spending to see where your money is going. Most people have no idea where their money is going every month, how much they're spending on their day-to-day purchases, and if it's more or less the amount of money they get in every month. Spoiler alert, it's usually more. You need to know exactly how much money you get in every month and how much money is going out. Then you need to find out where your money is going and diagnose the problem. This will make you more aware of what you spend money on and will help you find out where to cut your spending to increase your debt payoff. There are many apps you can use to track your spending. A free alternative is an app called Mint. And if you want more advanced alternatives, you should check out Good Budget and You Need a Budget. We will put links in the description. Step 3. Make a budget. When you've organized your debt and spending, it's time to make a budget. This time you should make a budget that has 2 columns, a need and want. In the need column, you're going to put everything that is necessary for you to spend money on, like your mortgage, insurances, groceries, and so on. In the want column, you're going to put everything you spend money on that is not a crucial necessity in your life. This can be everything from dinners out, weekend trips, tech gadgets, entertainment subscriptions, and so on. It's important here to be honest with yourself about what really needs to be in your need column. Step 4. Reduce your spending. This is probably the most difficult task for most people, reducing the want column. If you have bad debt, your goal should be to basically cut out everything you don't really need. It might sound extreme, but it is what it takes to take control of your financial situation, and it'll give you more room for wants in the future. When you go through your list of wants, it might seem difficult to find things to cut out, but in most cases it's more about finding cheaper alternatives, like making food at home instead of eating out, bringing coffee from home instead of going to coffee shops, renting a movie online instead of going to the movie theater, and so on. A lot of everyday luxuries can and should be cut out in order to reduce your bad debt. If you think of it as not only the cost of the luxury, but in addition the interest cost of your debt, it might be easier for you to let it go. Step 5. Choosing the right method. After going through your finances and making yourself a new budget with room for debt down payment, it's time to actually start paying off your debt. But there are 2 different approaches to how you should attack your debt, so first, you need to find the right one for you. The first method is called the SNOWBALL method. The SNOWBALL method suggests that you pay off the smallest balances first, regardless of the interest rates of each balance. The good thing about this method is the psychological benefits you get by reducing the amounts of debt balances as quickly as possible. The downside is that you might end up paying more in total because you don't take interest rates in consideration. The second method is called the avalanche method. The avalanche method suggests that you pay off the balance with the highest interest rate first, regardless of the amounts. If you use this method, you will get the best use of your money, paying as little as possible in total. The downside with this method is that you're not going to get the psychological benefit of decreasing the amount of debt balances, making it more difficult to stay motivated and see progress on your path towards a future free of bad debt. But mathematically, the avalanche method will save you the most amount of money. Does that mean you should always go for the avalanche method? Not necessarily. If there's a huge difference in interest rates on your debt balances, and your biggest balance has a substantially higher interest rate than other balances, we think you should definitely go for the avalanche method, simply because there is in that case a lot of money to be saved. But if your balances have about the same interest rate, or at least not any major differences, we think you should consider going for the snowball method. Don't underestimate the power of a strong mindset and motivation. What's most important is to stay on the course and to actually get rid of your bad debt. If you believe the snowball method will substantially increase the probability of you not giving up, we think it might be the way to go. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.